Hey everyone, so welcome to this training video. This is the Welcome Bootcamp #1 training video. And I am super excited because if you are watching this video, then you are most likely new to It Works and new to our team. So welcome. I'm super excited that you've decided to join this amazing company and this amazing team. I am ready to help you get started and to teach you just what you need to know to be successful in this business. And the best part about this business is that it's simple. The company has really made it very simple for you guys and have literally given us the blueprints to success that are mapped out and attainable for you. So getting started is often the hardest part. It can be overwhelming and you've joined and you're asking yourself, oh my gosh, what did I get into and what did I do next? Or what do I do next? So first off, let me tell you, do not be overwhelmed. You are gonna have help and resources and you are gonna do great. You may feel like there's a ton to know, but just take it one thing at a time. And by following these bootcamp training videos that you're gonna have access to, along with all the other resources that you're gonna have access to, you're gonna have a lot of help and you're not gonna feel as overwhelmed. One thing at a time. So you should have received an email from the company. This email has your distributor ID and a link to eSuite, which is your e-office. You also should have received a few emails from your upline. Now, personally, if you're my personally enrolled, I send out 4 things. I send out a getting started right away email, a gathering loyal customers email, a new distributor checklist, and a training guide. So hopefully you've gotten those. If you haven't, that's okay, don't fret. You can ask your upline for them, or you can go to the Rockstar Rap Team group page, which you should have been added to by now, and you can click on the Files tab and you can find those files along with several other awesome files that'll help you build your business. I strongly encourage that when you get those files that you actually print them. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm the type of person where if I have something printed and I read it, I absorb the information better. And I like to have it to reference back to, and I like to read things more than once. I'll read things a couple times, and I'll use things as a refresher. So I strongly encourage printing those items. I wanna give you a little bit of company history. So It Works Global has been around for 15 years, which is amazing. We've been in business for 15 years and we became a debt-free company in 2008. So we've been debt-free, it's 2016, it's May 2016 right now, for 8 years. And being a debt-free company speaks volumes. So feel very confident that you're in the right place. The company's Christian-based, which personally I love. We've been featured in the Wall Street Journal, Forbes magazine, and Inc. I don't know if it's Inc. 500 or Inc. I don't know the exact name, but something like that. I can't think of it right off the top of my head. We are a $1 billion brand, and that in itself is just super amazing. But we're still a ground level company. So that's even more exciting for you because that means that you have joined at the right time. We are on our way to being a household name. And now that you're joining, you are joining at the best time where we are at a huge momentum stage. And last but not least, and this part is one of my favorites, we have an insanely phenomenal compensation plan. One of the best out there. I know people in other direct sales and MLM companies that are at the top rank of their company and their pay is the same as our mid-ranked levels. So how awesome is that? So let's take a real quick minute to talk about something cool that pertains to multi-level marketing companies. And what that is it's that anyone can be successful in multi-level marketing. And it's what we call the great equalizer. That means that everyone has a level playing field and it doesn't matter your experience, your background, your age. It doesn't matter if you're a high school dropout or a college graduate. It doesn't matter if you're 18 or you're 75. Anyone can be successful in this business. And I'm telling you firsthand, I've seen success stories from 18-year-olds and from 75-year-olds in this business. So it's just super awesome. It just means that anyone can take this business by storm and run with it and be successful. Another really awesome thing about this business is what it takes to get started. So traditionally, businesses have a really large startup cost, large investments to get started, huge overhead. They have to handle employees, insurance, everything from shipping to product innovation to product quality. And with It Works, we have none of that. We don't have a storefront. We don't have employees. We're not paying thousands or hundreds of thousands to start that business. Like if we don't have to worry about that. We worry about our own profits. And we're pretty much kind of like partners with Mike, Pam, and Mark, the CEO. Mark is our CEO, and you're going to learn all these names. Mark Pentecost is our CEO. Pam is our Chief Networking Officer, and Mike is our Chief Marketing Officer. Or maybe I have those mixed up. But we're pretty much just partners with them. So say if we opened a dry cleaner or a restaurant or a salon, we would spend so much money opening that business. And we would have to handle everything. We'd have large overhead. We'd have to have employees and insurance and have to deal with the operations and just everything under the sun. And with this business, what we do, it's like we just work the day for the day and we close our drawer at the end of the night and we take our cut. Most businesses, if they succeed, break even between 5 and 7 years, which is crazy. They're working for 5 to 7 years just to break even. Even a hairstylist, think of what a hairstylist, a nail technician, a real estate agent takes to get started. They spend money on that school to get licensed. They have supplies. They have booth rent, a hair salon, supplies and booth rent, and they have to buy certain clothes and they have to build their clientele. So what I'm getting to is when you have a traditional business like that you spend so much money and invest so much into just getting started, I think with that, people tend to take that more seriously and treat it like a real business, really pour their all into it because they have invested a lot financially. So they have really a large risk if they don't. And I think sometimes with the It Works business, because it's only $99 to start, it's often treated more as a hobby than it is a business because there's not that big financial risk and overhead. But that's totally the wrong way to look at it. Just because this business is only $99 and literally is delivered in a box to your door. It's funny, at conference, Mark Pentecost actually referred to our business as a pizza box because that's what it looks like. But just because our business is only $99, please don't let that make you not treat it like a real business because the potential with this business is large, very, very large. The top rank in our company is ambassador, and the average income for an ambassador, which you can get to as long as you never quit, is $669,000. And there's people out there that are making more than that in this company. There's people that have them and their spouses ambassadors. So the potential is huge. And if you treat it like a real business, it's going to pay you like a real business. And if you treat it like a hobby, then it's going to pay you like a hobby. So my suggestion is to act like you spent tons of money on starting this business. That way you don't let fear sneak in. That way you don't let procrastination sneak in, and treat it like you don't have any other option because you did spend a lot of money. Don't let that blessing of it only being $99 because it is only $99, which is awesome. We can even make that $99 right back. You're going to get 4 wraps in your kit. You can sell those and make that right back. So that's a blessing, but don't let that blessing of that $99 price that isn't a big deal to lose for some people become a curse because I see it happen a lot. There's differences. There's two differences between successful and not successful people. And one of them is how they treat their business, whether they treat it like a business or whether they treat it like a hobby. And two is whether or not they stick with it and keep going and persevere through challenges and through obstacles. Because all too often, you know, an obstacle or a challenge comes up and it's easier to quit than it is to keep going. But I'm here to tell you that success lies past those challenges and past those obstacles. So if you can get it in your mind to be committed and to stick with it and to never quit, you will go to the top of this company. The only way to fail in this company is to quit. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to make mistakes along the way, because you don't get to the top without making mistakes, and you don't learn without making mistakes. So plan to fail your way to the top. And I mean that literally. If you aren't making mistakes, you aren't working. But if you do stick with this business, you can be a millionaire in 3 years. There are people in this company who became a millionaire in 3 years, in 5 years, or in 7 years. And where else can you go? Start a business for $99, have little to no overhead, and have the potential to make that kind of money. So look at the big picture. If you start in your first check, let me tell you guys, my first check was $31. My second check was more. It was $500, which is awesome. But if your second check is $100 and your third check is $200 and your fourth check is $400, it's still growing. And that's what's important. And you have to look at the big picture. You're not in debt. And if it keeps growing like that, think of where you will be in 5 years or in, 3 years or in 7 years. Trust me, it's worth it. So you have to decide up front to commit to succeed to yourself and to your business, and to put your best foot forward and to take advantage of the fact that it's only $99 and to run with it. One of the last things that I'm going to mention today that we should also love about this business is the flexibility to work it from anywhere, anytime. Most people starting are trying to build this business while working another job or going to school or being a mom or super busy. Don't let that excuse of being busy stop you from starting your business or stop you from working this business, because we are all busy. And nobody starts this business because they have time. We start it because we want time. And if you stick with it and you make small sacrifices, it will give you that exactly time. It will give you exactly that time. When I started, I was working 50 hours a week as a single mom with 2 kids, and my kids were very active in sports, and I worked it into my lifestyle. I got up early. I stayed up a little late. I made a couple posts or messaged a few people on my lunch hour. I networked while I was out and about at the grocery store. When I was at my son's football games, I talked to people about the products. I talked about the business. I was excited. I was passionate. I networked. I multitasked. We should all be professional multitaskers. But the beauty of it is because we can work this business from our phones and we're our own boss, we can work this business whenever we want. So whether it's an hour at night while everyone's sleeping, an hour in the morning before everybody gets up, an hour in the evening, taking advantage of 20 minutes on your lunch hour, time should never be an excuse, because you can fit this business into your lifestyle. So many people do it. So just be careful not to let your why of starting this business for the freedom to become your excuse. This industry really is a dynamic industry, and you just have to be willing to learn, be coachable, and to work for it. And we're all using social media all day anyways. You're probably on this video because you joined, because you watched someone on social media. So if we're going to be on texting all day and Facebook and Instagram, why not build relationships, make friends, help people, and make money and build an empire? This industry is also for people who are willing to dream big and to not feel foolish about it. Because when you put your dreams and your thoughts out there and your desires, when you put all that out there into the universe, they do come back. You should always be giving positive affirmations, because our mind is a very powerful thing. And what we create in our mind and then speak out loud, positively affirming, will come to fruition. And this means that you have to be willing to be what society deems as the crazy ones. Yes, we are known as that crazy rap thing and those crazy rap people. And in the beginning, you don't have as much confidence about it because you're a little unsure, but that's going to grow with time. And I can tell you that I am so proud, and I fully encompass my role as being a rap girl. And anytime I ever hear negativity or flack about it, I chuckle because I'm living a life that most people would love to live because I'm okay with not being what society deems as normal. You know, to me, and this was me at one time in life, my past was crazy. Working a 9 to 5 or working 10, 12 hours a day, being away from my children, having them raised by someone else, dropping them off to daycare, sitting in an hour commute every day, being tired, being drained, being tired of being sick and tired. That's what's crazy, especially when there's opportunities like this that allows us freedom outside of the box. We're just so used to being conditioned by society's norms. But the awesome thing is that we don't have to accept that. And this opportunity is going to, if you stick with it and you put your all into it, you're going to be really happy with it. So don't be scared to dream big. Most people see our lifestyles and they're in denial about it, or they wish they had the courage to try it. They let fear hold them back, and they're not really willing to go for it. So they call us the crazy ones. So don't be scared to own your dreams and to go after it. The dreamers and the doers are the ones who are successful. And the awesome thing is when you join this company, you're surrounded by dreamers and doers and like-minded people, and we fuel each other and we feed off of each other. And that you're just in really good hands with our company and our team. So this also means that you are going to have those negative people, and you might hear some flack, and you may have friends and family that aren't super supportive of your business, especially in the beginning. They might think you're crazy, and that's okay. They don't need to understand what you're doing. And I'm here to tell you that a lot of people don't have that initial support right up front, but with time, those people watch and they see you sticking with it, being consistent, being happy, that it's changing you. And eventually they're going to want a piece of the pie that's, making you so happy, that's, changing your life, and that's building your dreams for you. So as long as you stick with it and show the world that you're making it happen and chuckle at that negativity, put your love blinders on and brush it off, you're going to do great. Let that negativity fuel your fire and your passion to be even more successful. So as far as dreaming big, I want you to dream big. Dream bigger than what you think you even deserve. Write your goals down. Life goals, financial goals, personal goals, small goals, big goals, and truly envision them. Envision them, write them down, speak them out loud. When I did this, I know it sounds cheesy and cliche, but when I did this, my business really changed and my success really started booming. Because when we set a goal and we truly envision it, we start to get serious about it. And when we get serious about it, we start to take actions that are going to bring these dreams alive, because a goal without action is just a wish. So now you have to take a big splash of belief and sprinkle that onto your dreams to get you there. You must believe in yourself, and you have to believe in your dreams. And when any doubts or negative thoughts start to creep in, you have to speak out loud and tell them to go away. I know that sounds silly. And speak positive affirmations. If you feel like you can't do it or you're going to give up, say to yourself, I can do this. Speak your next goal out loud. I am going to be a diamond. I am going to have customers come to me today. Speak those things out loud. Write them down. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the book or the movie The Secret. I strongly suggest it. You can even find the movie on YouTube. But it's really good, and it talks a lot about that. So now you have your dreams and your belief. And soon we're going to map out the path and the actions that you're going to take to get there and to make that happen. But first, let's talk about your E-Suite. eSuite is your e-office that I mentioned earlier. Make sure that you find your email with your login information. When you get in there, you're going to want to click on one of the tabs. I believe it's in the top right corner, and it has a big U. That's going to take you to some product training videos and some other training videos. Personally, I watch these right away. That's me. When I do something, I go all in. I watch it right away. I'm curious. I want to learn. I want to be efficient. And eSuite is full of info, documents, training videos. Don't be scared to play around, dive in. You can't break anything, so just get in there and get hands-on. Another great source for product info is your website. So go to your website. You created your website when you signed up. Check it out, click shop, and learn about the products. Read the product descriptions. It's also great to use and to reference when giving product information to potential customers and when asked questions that you don't know the answers to. I literally still reference my website every once in a while if I don't know a question. I've literally pulled it up on my phone when I'm texting or Facebook messaging with someone and copy and pasted, the answer that I found on my website to people. And when you're messaging with people, when you don't know the answer, that's okay. They don't know that you don't know the answer. They have no idea that you took an extra 30 to 60 seconds to look it up. So make sure that you're utilizing your website. It's a great resource for product knowledge. One of my other favorite resources is a website called www.myitworksproductcoach.com. It's simple to use, and almost every question imaginable can be found on this site for each product. Each product is listed on the left side, and on the right side, you'll see a question and you'll see an answer, a question and an answer. It's really amazing. It's a wealth of knowledge. I personally use it regularly. It has a search bar at the top that's really cool that you can use, and you can use it to find different information and answers for things. For example, if someone wanted to know how much caffeine is in the greens, you could type caffeine in that search bar, click enter, and it's going to list every product that contains caffeine and how much. And by the way, greens only has 0.03 milligrams, and it's from green tea. Also, make sure that you're staying plugged in and connected to the group pages. It's really important to stay plugged in and connected to your team to be in the know. We share a lot of tips, and we share a lot of really good videos that are going to help you work smarter and not harder. There's 2 different group pages. One is the Rockstar Rap Team, which is full of helpful files. So make sure that you click on the Files tab and thumb through them. Don't be overwhelmed and think that you need to read them all and know everything, because there are a lot of files on that page. And keep in mind, you're probably going to be tagged in files from your upline. If they want you to read something, they think it's a good file for you to know, or if you ask a question, there are a lot of times there's a file to answer whatever question you're asking. So someone on the team may say, oh my gosh, there's a perfect file for that. I'll tag you, or this is the name of it, and you can go find it. So definitely don't be scared to be proactive and read them on your own as well. There's a wealth of knowledge on this page for you, so make sure that you're taking advantage of it. This is also a really good place to ask questions, and most likely when you post a question on this page, it's going to get answered pretty quickly. We have tons of helpful team members on this page, and everybody's readily available. Well, maybe not readily available, but everybody's willing to help one another, so it's a great place to get questions answered. The other group that we have is the Tip of the Day group. And this group is full of awesome videos created by other leaders as well as myself. You'll find yourself also being tagged in these videos from your uplines. And of course, once again, please be proactive and watch them on your own as well. You guys have lots and lots of tools and resources here at your disposal. You honestly have everything you need to be successful. So be proactive and be resourceful. It's very important for your success because it's helping you to learn the ins and outs, the do's, the don'ts, the how-tos, and the information that you need to make you work smarter and not harder. Now, I want you to log into eSuite and click Documents, and you're going to get this in your kit as well, but you may not have your kit yet because I hope that you're watching this right away and not waiting for your business kit, because you don't need your business kit to get started. Under Documents, there's a search bar once again, and you can type Steps to Success and print this. This is your steps. Let me make sure you guys can see this. These are the steps to success here. So every month we print these steps to success, and this is what we follow as our guideline for being successful. It's really not complicated. Completing these steps to success is going to help you get to Ruby and to Diamond and all the way to the top of this business. I literally print these every single month at the beginning of the month, and I use this as my guide. Now, don't worry, there may be times that you double these steps to success in a month. There may be times that you don't even do half of them. It's not going to make or break your business. It's just a guideline that you can use to help you be successful. And yes, we are always trying to complete them, of course. So step one is joining the party and making sure that you're commission qualified. And since you've already, you're watching this video, most likely you have already joined. So step one is half completed, exciting, and being commission qualified. So let's talk about this. The month that you join, so if you joined in May, even if it's May 27th, you're commission qualified for the month of May. Now, there are 2 ways each month to be commission qualified. The first way is to run and set up an 80 BV auto ship. Auto ships have to be set to run by the 25th of each month. Most leaders will tell you that this auto ship is the absolute law. And personally, this is what I do each month to be commission qualified. I don't ever want to risk not being paid. And I always need wraps or products for my personal use, and wraps I sell or I personally use too. And trust me, as you try the products, you're going to fall in love. And not to mention, you need to be a product of the product to build your own personal testimony. So a couple of suggestions on the auto ship, or I'll give at least one suggestion for the auto ship. You can pay for your auto ship without it coming out of your pocket. So how you would do that is your auto ship needs to be 80 BV. BV stands for business value. Our products have a point system. Some products, 1 point equals $1. For example, our exfoliating peel is $36 and it's 36 BV, business value. Our wraps, though, are $59, but they're 54 BV. Our greens are $33 and 30 BV. Our fat fighters are $23 and 23 BV. And you'll learn these. Before you know it, it'll be second nature and you'll rattle them off too. But an 80 BV auto ship means that you need to have $80 in BV, not dollars. So I always suggest, especially in the beginning, a box of wraps, because wraps are our flagship product. You may have a launch party, which we'll talk about in a little bit. You may schedule a party for someone else. If you're not doing parties, that's fine too. I sell tons of individual wraps all the time. So if you do a box of wraps, you get 4 wraps in a box. And when you're selling your box individually or not as a loyal customer, which we'll get into that in videos to come, you're selling them for $25 each typically. So if you get a box of wraps, which is 4, I then suggest trying a supplement like Hair, Skin, Nails, which is amazing. Greens are amazing. And those are 30 BV. So that's going to give you your BV, and that's going to allow you to, if you sell all 4 of your wraps, you're going to get $100. That's paying for your auto ship plus a little bit extra and trying an amazing product for free. The other way to be commission qualified is to have $150 in personal sales each month. So just be aware, if you had 150 or 170 in personal volume and someone returns an order for some reason, that could bring you back below 150 and you could lose your commission qualification. And that's where running an auto ship is always the safest bet. Step 2, so you've joined, you're commission qualified. Step 2, gathering 4 loyal customers. Gathering 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days. And don't worry, we're going to teach you the techniques to do this in the coming videos. But by gathering 4 loyal customers, number 1, you're making commission and you're making repeat commission, because the beauty of our business is that most of our customers do our loyal customer option, which is a 3-month minimum. They're ordering 1 product a month for 3 months. So you're making a repeat commission. That's residual income. You're making commission for a minimum of 3 months. And you're also qualifying yourself for the Ruby Ruby bonus and any future bonuses. And you're also earning wrap rewards. For every 2 loyal customers that you enroll, you earn a box of wraps for only $25 and free shipping. So you could choose to use these wraps, personally, and they'd be really low cost to you because reps are amazing, or you could sell them for $25 each and make a profit. When you gather a customer, please make sure to find the file on the Rockstar page that is labeled Welcome Loyal Customer Letter, and to email that to your loyal customers. It's going to explain to them how to manage their account and all the perks that they get with their loyal customer account. So you've completed step 2, and we're on to step 3, gathering 3 distributors. So you're going to look for 3 people. You want to find 3 people who want to do this business with you and make extra money. And who doesn't want to make extra money, right? So when you find these 3 people, you're going to add them to our group pages, send them the same files that you were sent, and get them started on these great training videos. And you guys are going to rock this business together, and you're going to teach them the same steps to success. And this is going to help you go Ruby. And get this, every time you enroll a distributor and they get 2 loyal customers in their first 30 days, you're going to get $100 for each distributor that does that. And there's no cap on how many that you can earn. So that is your steps to success. Let's talk a minute about Ruby, because I know everybody wants to go Ruby. Ruby is the foundation for going Diamond, and most of the time there is a Ruby bonus that you can earn in your first 2 full calendar months. And what that means by first 2 full calendar months is if you start any day of the month that isn't the first of the month, that month doesn't count as your first month. So say you start the business on May 14th. May is not going to count as your first full calendar month. So you're going to have until July 31st to get that Ruby bonus, because you get 2 full calendar months. So Ruby is basically completing the steps to success and teaching your team to complete them. So what it is, let me see if I can find my chart on it. What it is it is having, yes, I do have it. It's having 3 distributors in your top line. This is your Ruby. 3 distributors in your top line, and one of them has 2 distributors. And that person that has 2 distributors is called your executive. Ruby, and the second part of Ruby is everybody being at 400 group volume. So group volume, what that is, it's a little different than your personal sales. It's your group sales. It's your personal sales plus all your downline's personal sales. So you need each distributor in your Ruby chart to be at 400 GB. And it doesn't matter. So basically, sorry, let me back up a little here. So you have 5 distributors total, 3 that are yours and 2 that are someone else's, 5 total. Now, it doesn't matter if you're the enroller and you got all of these 5 distributors, or if this leg here, this distributor got her own. It doesn't matter either way, as long as you have 3 in your top line and one of them has 2 and everyone's at 400. Now, a little tidbit. This executive leg, this box here doesn't necessarily have to be at 400 GV or 400 PBV, which is personal sales, as long as their group sales is at 400, which it would be if they're an executive, because that means they have 2 boxes at 400 each. So don't let this confuse you or overwhelm you at all. Your upline and your enroller can talk to you about it a little more in depth and in better detail and help you with it, because we want you to earn that bonus. So don't feel overwhelmed with it or anything. It's kind of a hands-on thing, and it comes a little more simpler as you go along. So next, I want you to consider scheduling a launch party. Launch parties are a great way to get your friends and family together. They're really easy to do, and they're really fun. They're low maintenance. All you need is water. If people are wrapping, they shouldn't be eating and drinking anything other than water, so they're really easy to do. Get with your upline and ask them to host it with you. Don't worry if you're in a different state. That's okay. Launch parties are simple, and we have files and videos that literally teach you step by step and everything that you need to know to have a perfect wrap party. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, if parties aren't your thing, That's okay. I didn't have a launch party because I lived in Arizona and I was a new resident out here and I didn't know anybody literally. So I didn't have a launch party and I'm still successful. So it's not going to make you not successful, but it can be a really, really great way to get your business booming from the start. So I do suggest it if possible. Now, I want to make sure that you guys are following at least a few leaders. Following leaders is good for your motivation and your inspiration, especially when you're new, because it gives you posting ideas. When you see leaders posting over and over and over, you see how they post and the things that they say, and it helps inspire your own post. And the more you watch them, the easier it is to duplicate, and the quicker it's going to become like second nature for you to make your own post as well. And there's even a file on the Rockstar page that lists all of the known leaders to follow. So last but not least, for this first welcome video, while excitement is high, and before we take a break and go to the next video, I want you to make your very first social media Facebook post. Yes, that's right. Right now, no need to wait for your kit. The kit has nothing to do with this first post that you're going to make. You do not need that kit to make this post. So you have access to lots of tools and resources. I want you to get pen and paper or just start typing from your heart. I want you to make an excited, passionate post about starting your business. It can be short, it can be long, it can be whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart, as long as it's coming from you. You know, whether you're saying, I am so excited that I just started my own business and I cannot wait to take this journey because I know it's going to be the answer to, you know, my prayers, or I cannot wait because I know that this business is going to give me exactly what I need. I know this business is going to help me work towards creating a bright future, or be more specific if you want. You know, I started this business because I'm a mom and, you know, I'm sick of, you know, being at work all day and being home for my little one. So I want to build a business that's going to bring me home while being able to support my family, or, you know, whatever it is, just make that post and get it out there. I think that's really it for this first video. You guys have all the tools and resources that you need. Do not wait for that kit to get started. You do not need that kit. It has wraps in there, but you do not need those wraps to get started because you have tons of personal testimonials from all of us in the group pages. We have our pictures out there, and we'll talk more about that in the next video. But dive in, guys. The tools are there. The resources are there. You know, plug into the group pages. The uplines, we're all here to help. So if you make a post and someone asks a question, you know, reach out to your upline. We're going to help you. We're here to help you, especially in the beginning while you're still learning and growing. Make sure to utilize the Rockstar page. It's a great place to ask questions. So anyways, I'm super, super, super excited for you. If you need help with that first post, reach out. We're here to help you. Just get that out there and break the ice. And then the next couple of videos, we're going to go over strategies for completing those steps to success and gathering loyal customers and distributors.